Hi guys, welcome to Viva Barca. In this episode, we are going to be discussing on the latest updates. So please, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Turn on the icon bell so you always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you. Barcelona's five-step plan to reduce their expenses by 200 million euro, according to new reports. We are going to be discussing the plan that Laporta and his management have in place to reduce expenses by 200 million so that they can sign players and, of course, balance the books. Then to conclude the video, talking about Vitor Roque, as it has been reported that Barca are being convinced the teenage prodigy is willing to wait amid Arsenal, PSG interest, and of course, he really wants to join Barca by all costs. Barcelona are in the midst of a colossal task, to say the very least. After having presented their viability plan to La Liga, they must find a way to reduce the club's expense by a minimum of 200 million euros in order to sign Lionel Messi and carry on with other operations as well. In order to comply with the aforementioned reductions, journalist Tony Freros, while writing for Sport, says that Barcelona have divided the task in five different ways. The plan includes the reduction of the salaries of the first team players, reducing the costs of other sporting sections such as youth football, reducing the operation costs at the club, reducing the salaries of non-sporting entities, and finally, activating new sources of income. Freros writes that Barcelona plan to lower the salary of the first team by 50 to 60 million euros. It must be noted that all professional sections such as women's football, roller hockey, basketball, handball, and futsal will have to pull their hands in the operation. There will also be some cutting in youth football, which is La Masia, and this is estimated to save 30 million euros. On the other hand, the recent announcement of the closure of Barca TV was done to lower the operation cost by another 30 million euros. However, as Freros reports, this closure will represent about 12 million euros in savings. As far as the non-sporting entities are concerned, the Blaugrana are expecting savings of anywhere around 10 million euros. It is said that all the departments of FC Barcelona are already affected by this war economy. The most gruesome task that the team needs to carry forward is to generate new income. Out of the mentioned 200 million euro cap, Barcelona need to raise an income of a minimum 70 million euros. This can either be done from new sponsorships or player sales. The idea is to sell those who can churn in a large net profit. In that regard, the likes of Ansu Fati and Frank Kessié continue to top the list. This is the viability plan that Barcelona have submitted to La Liga, and these operations will be carried out over a period of 2 seasons, that is 2023-24 and 2024-25 season. So if all that is done, Barcelona can finally register Gavi and Ronald Araujo, and also Alejandro Balde can be handed a new contract, while the club can also go about signing new players such as Lionel Messi. So it is a very critical period now in Barca's history. I can't remember the last time Barca went through this to make sure that things are financially stable so that business can be done as smooth as possible without infringing the laws of the league, which I know Laporta is trying his utmost best to ensure that things go on well. They submitted their viability plan to La Liga some days back to ensure that and hoping that the league institution will give them the green light, and also hoping that it will be convincing thereon. So as it stands right now, Barca, as we have read clearly the plan that Laporta and his management has in place, to ensure that things are getting intact and everything is balanced, and most especially to reduce their expenses and to ensure that the expense reduction weighs up to 200 million euros. It's never easy. We have been talking about transfers that Barca are planning to do, and there is no way that Barca will be able to strengthen those positions if they don't try to have a clear and good plan, to execute whatever they want to do to ensure that we fall within the financial fair play rules. And of course, we have been talking about Messi returning, which have made the most headlines. And there is no way that Messi will be a Barca player if Laporta and his management don't do things right. When I talk about do things right, balancing the books, cutting the salaries, try to look for all means to ensure that there's a lot of money to be spent on players, and why there's a limit in the salary of players, and especially the veterans. And anybody who wants to renew his contract must renew it on a lower salary. Those are some certain things that needs to be taken into account. So let's see how things will go if actually Barca or La Liga will accept the viability plan. Fingers crossed, because we know La Liga and its president Tebas are sometimes making as if they have a bad agenda against us. Then on to the final story of discussion. It is no secret that Barcelona have Atletico Paranense and Brazil striker Vitor Roque in their crosshairs heading into the summer transfer window. The 18-year-old Brazilian prodigy is also understood to be keen on joining the Blaugrana. In fact, only recently, his agent, Andre Correa, stated that he had recommended Barca to the center forward, and however, given the La Liga leaders' financial fair play situation, things were started to look gloomy for them as far as their pursuit for Roque was concerned. Furthermore, in the past, it had been reported that the 18-year-old striker was unwilling to wait until too late in the summer for his future to be resolved. It gave way to speculations that the teenage wonderkid might end up signing for a club in the Premier League, where Arsenal and Chelsea are interested. However, according to a fresh update from Santi Ovale on Cadena SER, Barcelona have managed to convince Roque to wait for them for a bit longer as they look to figure out their fair play issues. This comes amidst growing interest in the striker as part from Arsenal, Paris, and two clubs from Italy have also joined the race to sign him in the summer. But Vitor Roque's preference is understood to be a move to Catalonia, and hence he has agreed to wait for Barcelona to solve their FFP problems and make an approach. Former Barca midfield Deco, who is a favorite to replace Matteo Alemany as the club's new director of football, is in love with Vitor Roque and wants to sign him up at the earliest possible. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye for now.